Hello, everybody, and welcome to this special edition program. I'm Andrea Gomez, and today I'm with the mayor of Pasadena, Jeff Wagner. We have a special program because he's seeking the re-election here in Pasadena, and we want to get to know him better. We want to know what he have done these 4 years, but the most important thing, we want you to get to know him because the Pasadena mayor is always looking in the community for the best in your community, but we want to get to know him, and that's why I'm here with Jeff Wagner. Jeff,
Yes,
how are you?
I'm so well. Thank you so much.
I'm so happy to see you again.
I'm very excited of this. Thank you for coming here and let's talk about my last 4 years as mayor. I'm very excited about this.
Of course, and get to know you. We were talking off the air about your background and many things that I didn't know about you. But Mayor, we're gonna do this bilingual because we know at least 70% of the population here in
Yes.
Pasadena is from coming from a Latino background. So we want to know everybody, we want everybody to get this message. Y por eso estamos haciendo este programa especial con el alcalde de Pasadena, Jeff Wagner, quien busca reelegirse este próximo 1 de mayo. Y es por eso la importancia de hacerlo en los dos idiomas, en inglés y en español, porque sabemos que por lo menos el 70% de la comunidad aquí en Pasadena es de origen latino y queremos llegar con este mensaje totalmente en español también, en inglés, para que todo el mundo entienda lo que está pasando en Pasadena, cuál ha sido la labor, la administración durante los últimos 4 años a través de Jeff Wagner, pero también por qué él quiere continuar trabajando aquí en la comunidad de Pasadena y ser reelegido el próximo 1 de mayo. Así que vamos a empezar a conocer a Jeff Wagner, cuál es su background, cuál es su historia, quién era antes de ser el alcalde de Pasadena, quien fue elegido en julio del 2017. Jeff Wagner, mayor of Pasadena, you took office in 2017, but what you were doing before, it was a very interesting story that you were an HPD officer,
Yes.
but also you were a council member here in Pasadena.
Right. Absolutely. Um, I started the Houston Police Department when I was 19 years old. And believe it or not, when you're 19 years old, you're serving the community, you can't buy your own bullets. So I had to go get my mama to buy my bullets so I could go to work. But I started at 19 being a Houston police officer. And it was the best thing I ever done in my entire life. I really enjoyed serving the community. So the last 8 years of my service with the Houston Police Department, along being a detective in the robbery division, I served as a representative of our police union.
Mhm.
And again, we have over 5,000 officers. 5,000 officers have to vote for the board members. And I was fortunate enough to have their trust for 8 years to represent the membership of the Houston Police Department. I was very proud of that.
But you were living in Pasadena during this time.
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So 8 years on the union, but also the last 2 years of me being in the union and a Houston police officer. Yes, I served on council here in Pasadena. And I realized serving on council, again, we have to realize how the system works. Every 2 years, council members run for reelection. Every 4 years, mayor runs. After 8 years, you have to sit out. You can't run any longer. So after my first 2 years of council, the mayor seat was open. The mayor that was in there could not run again. So I realized being on council, there's a lot more I could do as a council member. So I sit with my wife. I said, Jenny, I'm thinking about running for mayor. What do you think? And I knew when she bought in, it was a good deal because again, everybody loves Jenny. I love Jenny, and she loves the community as much as I love the community, maybe even more, bless her heart. But she was all in. So we went out and we won we won this election over him. Matter of fact, we did so well, nobody ran against us. So
Oh, wow.
so it was an easy seat to obtain. So very fortunate to be on council for 2 years. And then the mayor election came. 7 of us ran. And we worked hard. Our ground game was probably the best ground game in Pasadena. Again, we won. We had to go through a runoff, and we did very well in the runoff. But this 4 years of when I ran, I said I want leadership for all. And I really meant that. I wanted all the communities. Now I don't care what part of Pasadena you're from, all communities had a voice, but a voice that was heard at City Hall.
Mm.
And it's been that way since I've took office. And all the communities throughout Pasadena have responded very well in this. And if you look at Pasadena starting off 4 years, when I started 4 years to now, our city's cleaner, the morale's better because everybody knows City Hall cares for them. And that's what's important. We need to carry that on another 4 years. That's why I'm asking for everybody's vote to be reelected. Besides community involvement, there's so much infrastructure we have on the books right now. We can't change lanes. This is not the time for anyone to tell you we need to change. We do not need to change. We need to stay in the lane that we're in. Very important. After Harvey, and I know we're talking about Harvey. After Harvey, we put in for a grant for FEMA to repair our streets. Well, we received $105 million, faster than anyone in this country has ever received. It's because I put two people together along with myself, and we figured out the way to do the applications. Congress was impressed how fast that we did this. The design phase, and listen to this, 26 miles of new streets, drainage, and sidewalks north of Spencer Highway have already been designed. We've got praises from congressional watchdog groups saying they've never seen anything like this before, this fast, this well done.
Wow.
So right now we have it designed. Now we're fixing to start the construction. Now negotiating with the government to get this money for construction is exactly what we're doing. That's why we don't need anyone to tell us what they want to do. Let's look at what we can do and what we're going to do. 26 miles, that's just a start. After we receive this money, we're going for 36 more extra additional miles of streets right here in Pasadena. So my administration is very busy for this great city. And I'm very, very proud and honored to be the mayor of Pasadena. But we got things going on. We cannot stop right now. We need to carry on 4 more years.
Yo les voy a contar, el alcalde de Pasadena comenzó a los 19 años a servir al público. Comenzó a los 19 años cuando era oficial de la policía de Houston, viviendo aquí en Pasadena. Pasaron muchísimos años, fue lo mejor que le pudo haber pasado. Se dio cuenta que su pasión y su corazón estaba para servirle a la comunidad. Pasa el tiempo, 2016, él se postula para ser concejal aquí la ciudad de Pasadena, siendo todavía oficial de la policía de Houston. Los concejales se eligen cada 2 años. Entonces él dijo, ser concejal me ha dado la oportunidad de servirle a mi comunidad, pero eso no es suficiente. Yo quiero llevar mi gran mandato, pero además mi administración y todo lo que yo estoy haciendo, lo quiero llevar a otro nivel. ¿Qué pasa? El alcalde de Pasadena se elige cada 4 años, los concejales cada 2 años. Es por eso que él decide correr y postularse como alcalde de Pasadena. Gana en el 2017 y comienza su administración en julio del 2017 y es precisamente en ese momento cuando a los 2 meses nos llega Harvey. El huracán Harvey fue algo devastador para toda la comunidad, no solamente de Pasadena, de Houston y sus alrededores, y es cuando él toma liderazgo para hacer algo por la comunidad. Y los números solamente con ayuda, no solamente la ayuda de infraestructura, la ayuda a los negocios, la ayuda a la comunidad, toda la ayuda que venía del gobierno a través de FEMA fue algo que no se había visto en la historia de Pasadena. 4 años más tarde, ahora él quiere reelegirse. ¿Por qué? Porque se ha dado cuenta que 4 años no son suficientes, porque él quiere continuar trabajando con la comunidad de Pasadena y es por eso que es importante que ustedes el próximo 1 de mayo voten por Jeff Wagner para la reelección como alcalde de Pasadena, porque su labor no ha terminado y él sabe que para poder cambiar las cosas en una ciudad y en una comunidad se necesita tiempo y por eso él pide que sean y que lo apoyen 4 años más para ser reelegido como alcalde de Pasadena el próximo 1 de mayo. Y quiero recalcar, vamos a ver si la productora nos pone las gráficas para que ustedes vean cuándo es las elecciones. Son el 1 de mayo, pero comienza la votación anticipada el próximo 19 de abril y termina para el 27 de abril. Lo voy a decir ahora en inglés. The election is May 1st,
Yes.
and then early voting is going to be April 19, and it ends on April
Right.
27.
Absolutely.
Mayor, I always go to vote in early voting because you never know what can happen on
Good
the day
point.
of election. And I know many people are very traditional when it comes to vote and they love to vote on the day of elections. And it's okay. But this generation and with the fast life that we're living, I think it's better to go early voting. And it's very important. Now, I was explain, Mayor, why it's important to support you next May 1st because you want to continue together because 4 years is not enough
That's
to
right.
change and to implement the lifestyle, the infrastructure, and to make a better Pasadena.
Absolutely. A better Pasadena is what's important. That's all I care about. A better Pasadena. And continuing together, we can make this a better Pasadena.
So we were talking about the big challenge that you faced as soon as you took office. Harvey, my God, that was crazy. I mean, everybody still remember everything, and so many people, have to move from to another house, move to another city.
Yes.
It impact our community big time. So let's talk about that. How Pasadena changed since that moment of Harvey till now, 4 years later.
Well, first, I'd like to say the spirit of Pasadena was true during Harvey. I'm going to give a small example of that. After Harvey hit and when the water stopped, I started getting phone calls of people wanting to help people by donating clothes and food. I said, okay, let's think about this. So I called some city employees and we have a little city gym. I said, okay, we opened the gym up. So that morning we opened it up. I told people, bring your stuff. By 6 o'clock that night, this gym was completely full. We had no more room. We had to stop people from donating. So, right,
Thank God.
yeah, so
It's a good
it's a
problem
great
to have.
problem. When I say the spirit of Pasadena, it's real. So, we had to commandeer the old Macy's building. We filled that up the next day with people donating stuff. I'm talking about our local citizens here.
Mhm.
All over Pasadena was donating. We had to get Dillard's. We commandeered that. We filled that up. Then we had 1,200 citizens of our community all around Pasadena coming together, sorting it and handing stuff out. It was the most amazing thing I've ever witnessed in my entire life. But that's the spirit of Pasadena. Together, we can do this. And we have done this. I mean, as bad as Harvey was, and it was bad, we all stuck together and we all got through it together. And I'm very proud of how fast our city responded. When even cleaning people's stuff out in front of their house, we removed it faster than any other city in Harris County
Wow.
because we know that's important,
That's very important, and that's why you're seeking the re-election, Mayor, because you know that 4 years is not enough,
right?
and you need another 4 years. And we wish that you can run another 4 years, but unfortunately, it's not the case. But 4 more years. So tell us, what is your plan for the next 4 years?
Continue together. I mean, I'm very serious about that. And again, what I've talked about, the negotiation we have with FEMA, getting our money for our rest of our streets. But besides even FEMA, right now we're starting 8 new streets north of Pasadena, redoing the whole water system, drainage system, sidewalks, and new street. It's really amazing. We've got so much going on, and that's just a small part of it. There's things we do daily that people don't even realize how great our city is. But our city is really great. But we need to continue together.
And you know who wants to continue together? We're going to put the list of the endorsement people that is supporting you. They want to continue together with you and with the city of Pasadena. So we're going to put the list of the endorsement, the people that it's supporting you, the union organizations. And so, what did you have to say about this support? It's huge.
It's huge. When you get all these labor unions endorsing you, along with all the law enforcement agencies, that just tells you my administration is connected in making sure local workforces is real, and we keep it within our city to make our city better. And that right there says a lot. When those people will endorse you, they're serious about our administration. And again, continuing together, they know that's important.
Vamos a seguir trabajando juntos, eso es lo que quiere el alcalde de Pasadena. Y para poder hacerlo necesita su apoyo, necesita su voto este próximo 1 de mayo, cuando son las elecciones de alcalde aquí en Pasadena. Las votaciones anticipadas comienzan abril 19, terminan abril 27. Muy importante que usted salga a votar, que participe, porque el gobierno local es el que nos impacta todos los días. El gobierno local es con lo que tenemos que lidiar todos los días, es cuando realmente el gobierno local es nuestra vida diaria, nos impacta nuestras familias, nuestras escuelas, nuestros negocios, nuestro trabajo. El gobierno local es muy importante, por eso debemos salir a votar este próximo 1 de mayo, pero recuerde, abril 19 a abril 27 son las votaciones anticipadas. Very important, Mayor, to go and vote May 1st or participate in early voting
Yes.
April 19 till April 7. And I always emphasize local government is what impacts our family, our job, and our schools, our kids single day.
Yes.
You know, people get so excited with presidential elections, but what is really matters to us every day
Is
is
local.
here, is the
Absolutely.
local government.
Absolutely. And again, I'll take that to heart, and I love serving our community.
Well, Mayor, we're going to continue together with these special programs, not only continue together here in Pasadena with all the work that you have done in these 4 years and hopefully the next 4 years, but also we're going to continue together with more of these special programs.
Thank you.
Because we want the Pasadena community get to know you. We want the Pasadena community know what you have done these 4 years and why it's important to continue together the next 4 years. Thank you so much. And now I'm going to leave you guys with the video of your wife also. You're talking with your wife in that video, and that's very important, and that's pretty much the message that you want to send to the entire
Yes.
Pasadena community with this video. And then we get to know your wife, that I had the pleasure and the honor to meet her last year. So thank you so much. Continue together, seguimos juntos, y esté muy pendiente de nuestros programas con el alcalde de Pasadena. Chao, chao, nos vemos pronto.
I'm Jeff Wagner. For the last 4 years, it's been my honor to serve as mayor of Pasadena. We've shared some pretty tough times. Hurricane Harvey, COVID-19, the big freeze, challenges that we got through together. I am running for re-election because I am proud of what we've done, but we have so much more to do. I know what it takes to get through tough times because I've been there.
In 1999, Jeff was a Houston police officer and he was involved in a terrible accident. A car swerved into his police bike on the freeway.
For a few months, I was in a hospital.
They first told us that he may not survive, and then they said he may be paralyzed and never walk again.
I'm so thankful for all the doctors, nurses, and physical therapists who helped me recover. And Jenny and our daughters were with me every step of the way.
Jeff knows what recovery means.
And as mayor, I want to help all families recover. When Hurricane Harvey hit, I helped lead over 1,000 emergency rescues throughout our community, and we helped all the families in need.
There were many days that Jeff slept in the office so that he could be there 24/7 for our community.
In the weeks after, we worked to secure FEMA funding to help rebuild Pasadena. We didn't want to just mitigate floods. We wanted to rebuild long neglected streets to prevent flooding and make them safer for seniors, children, and families. And just as we were rebuilding, we got hit with another disaster, COVID-19. We've been focused on getting economic aid to hard-hit small businesses and families, continuing to make infrastructure improvements for safer streets, and keeping close watch on our budget so we can invest without raising taxes.
Jeff loves serving and being part of the community.
I want to continue our progress, continue to rebuild, continue to recover, continuing together.